When exactly are your altcoins going to pump? I have found the date, and it is sooner than you think. That's right, we're talking about alt season, everybody. If you don't know what alt season, it's also known as altcoin season, and it refers to a period in the crypto market when the prices of your altcoins significantly outperform Bitcoin. Now, you'll be able to tell it's alt season by the huge surge in market activity, trading volume, and all your altcoins just start pumping. And the indicators is going to be a decrease in Bitcoin dominance. We're going to talk about that. This is giving us our date on when altcoin season is going to start, and this is when the market cap of altcoins grow a lot faster than Bitcoin's market cap. And you can typically get a little technical analysis to let you know when it's going to happen, folks. Now, we have the date, and what I'm going to show you is going to shock you because I didn't know it was this easy to predict. Now, shout out to friend of the channel, Coach K Crypto, for finding this data. This is talking about when exactly Bitcoin dominance start, aka alt season, and we're seeing the same amount of days every single time, but is this actually accurate? So let's go into the charts here. Now, the first thing we notice when we're looking at Bitcoin dominance is we're kind of at a make or break point. We've been in this trend line that has been heading down for a long time. Now, this trend line actually comes from the 2016-2017 peaks right there. And believe it or not, it actually is matching up perfectly with where we're at right now. You can see we wicked up to the line here, create a little resistance, and now we're a little bit lower when it comes to Bitcoin dominance. But I want to count the days after the Bitcoin halving. So we're going to go back here and click on this, and this gives us our Bitcoin halving days right here. So we're going to go to daily candles and then count the distance. Now, is this going to be the same amount of days every single time? That would be shocking, and it would give us our start date for altcoin season. And right here, you can see it's right around 233. You can make an argument for, maybe 235. Next Bitcoin halving we're looking at is 2020, and we're seeing almost the same exact thing. This one is about 238 days later. Fast forward to today, and you can see we're only about 185 days. So we're still a ways away from about 235. But what is the date of 235? If we go to 235 and we head down, you can see right here, the middle of December. 235 days is going to be around the 11th of December. And then this is basically the make or break point where we've seen alt season start every single cycle. Now let's zoom in on this very, very make or break critical point for Bitcoin dominance. Now we're going to go ahead and blow up the relative strength index because, folks, I am seeing something quite bearish for Bitcoin dominance. Now here you can see it on the daily, but you can even see it on the 3 days. So the larger the time frame, the more likely this plays out. Now on the RSI right here, you can see we are creating lower highs, but when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, we are creating higher highs. So this is saying the relative strength index, the strength is not there. So typically that is going to lead to Bitcoin dominance having a sharp fall. And we go back to the previous halving to look for the previous bearish divergence. It's around the same amount of days past the halving that we're at today. So right now we're about 190 days past the halving. Right here was about 190 days past the halving. And now you'll see the price, sharp increase, very sharp increase, but you see the relative strength index very, very flat. So this is a hidden bearish divergence. And look how weakly Bitcoin performed after this played out. That was a terrible time to be holding your altcoins and a fantastic time to just be holding Bitcoin. And you can see we saw a huge tumble of 45%. So we have multi-year resistance, we have the same amount of days, and we have the bearish divergence. So we got three things playing out where it looks like Bitcoin dominance is going to be falling at least by the middle of December. But is this cycle going to be similar to the previous cycles? Well, Crypto Nova pointed out some very interesting facts where it does look like this cycle is going to be exactly like the previous cycle. And we're not looking at Bitcoin dominance, we're looking at altcoin dominance trend line, and it is accurately predicted every alt season in history. And what's even more remarkable is we have a minor alt season followed by a crash than the real major alt season. Well, did it happen this time here? Well, folks, look how interesting this chart is. Now remember, we're looking at altcoin dominance trend line. So we're not looking at Bitcoin dominance, we're looking at altcoin dominance. So we want this number to go up and we want Bitcoin dominance to go down if you want your altcoins to perform. And so altcoin pump here, and then we had the real pump. We had the fake out pump here, and then we had the real pump, and we had a fake out pump right here. And then now we're looking at a very, very major 2025 bull run. And if you want even more confluence here, the first waves took place the year of the halving. That's what we just saw. We saw 2016, 2020, 2024, and the major pump came the year after the halving, 2017, 2021, and 2025. And so This is a prediction that it could start in January. If you count the days, it looks like it wants to start in the middle of December. All things being said, it looks like Q4, Q1, very bullish for your altcoins. I do think this is the starting date for alt season, and I'm going to have my alt bags packed, and I hope you do too. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto. We'll see you in your alt bags at the very top.